Introducing first directly in front of me, from Worcester, Massachusetts, at 270 pounds, feast your eyes on Donovan Dijak! His opponent in the corner to my right competes tonight in her final match in Beyond Wrestling. Seattle, Washington, Kimber Lee!
Fans Beyond Wrestling, this is Denver, Colorado. Going to be joined by Chris Hero. Congratulations on your victory earlier tonight over Keith Lee.
I had to kill that man.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in my entire life.
He just would not go down. I had to keep clobbering him strike after strike, but I got him.
You got him. You got him. I don't think that there's any question. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody that's put together the body work that you have in 2016 and going out on top. Two people that you've had your hands full with in the past this year, Donovan Dijak and Kimber Lee. You've competed in singles match against Donovan Dijak at Tournament for Tomorrow 4 last November, competing against Kimber Lee at American Rana 16.
Dijak, one of the most complete packages I've ever been in the ring with. Kimber Lee, one of the most resilient.
This is Kimber Lee's farewell match for Beyond Wrestling. Her debut match at a Beyond Wrestling studio taping. Non-tournament action at Tournament for Tomorrow 2. So just over 3 years, Kimber Lee has been competing for Beyond Wrestling.
Was that when she was the Princess Peach?
She was never the princess here at Beyond Wrestling.
Okay.
After a grueling match that she had with Drew Gulak, the fans all came alive and said she's a wrestler. So she's not a princess here at Beyond Wrestling. She's a wrestler here at Beyond Wrestling.
Not even using his hands to lift her up. Some good core strength there by old Dijak.
Dijak's a pretty strong guy. And Dijak has hit a bit of a slump. He's been on a losing streak.
Yeah, he's not giving her any space right now, and I don't know if that's the move Kim wants to make right now.
Well, he lost his first ever match at a Beyond Wrestling live event, the finals of the tournament for today, against Matthew Riddle. Give the assist to your pal, JT Dunn. And then coming up short against Brian Fury. Brian Fury's final match in Beyond Wrestling. Dijak's trying to get back on track, yeah. It does not surprise me one iota to see this straightforward approach. And obviously not surprising Kimber Lee either. She's responding in kind.
Right to the throat. The height difference is in Dijak's favor, but it doesn't matter because he's catching those elbows right to the throat, those chops right to the chest. Oh, electric chair. She mares him over.
Wow. Can't say I've seen that one from Kimber Lee before, and the bicycle kick. You know, Chris, I got to give you all the credit in the world, not only successful as a singles competitor, but also tag team with Tommy End at the start of the year, obviously working with JT Dunn and other promotions, and it seems like Donovan Dijak put a little bit too much on his plate when he tried to introduce his tag team alongside Mikey Webb, the American Destroyers. It seems like his focus switched.
Oh, she's sliding all the way through.
Well, this is classic Kimber Lee offense. She's not going to be able to win with this hold, but she can certainly weaken her opponent.
Yeah, and the referee doesn't want to disqualify her. He's given her a bit of a lenient count, but the damage has been done on Dijak.
Kimber Lee trying to find her footing, maybe a drop kick. Instead, a cross body.
Uh-oh, here comes that knee. Oh!
He's going to toss her over the top rope, isn't he? Oh! That might have been worse.
That can misalign a hip. And also, you see the way it spiked the back of her head. When you land on your lower back, it untucks your chin. It can give you a concussion. It can give you whiplash. It can pinch a nerve. Let's see. It looks like she's using both of her arms. She may not have a pinched nerve, but the damage has definitely been done.
Without question, the complexion of this match has changed completely.
Look at her. She's pulling herself up. I'd be pulling myself outside of the ring.
Big shot right across the shoulder blades from Donovan Dijak. You think it's in his best interest to try and slow down the match?
I think he just needs to powerbomb her about 12 times and win this match.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
Of course, Donovan Dijak's calling card, that feast your eyes.
You'll have to jog my memory here. I have been on a number of shows with Kim over the years, but there was a secret show where she wrestled AR Fox. Do you know when that was?
That would have been in March.
Oh!
I'm guessing 2014.
And that was the match that showed me how goddamn tough she really was. I mean, Fox is no slouch, and he's in there kicking her in the head and dropping her on her neck, and she just kept kicking out. And it seemed like the harder that he would hit her, the harder she would come back and hit him right back. And that was the first time I really had my eyes open to how special Kim is.
Well, I mean, just as long as Donovan Dijak went undefeated, Kimber Lee went undefeated at Beyond Wrestling live events for about a year. It wasn't until she suffered her first loss in an impromptu no disqualification match against Chris Dickinson, the infamous Pazuzu Bomb. So these are certainly two wrestlers that have carried Beyond Wrestling on their back. First ever singles meeting. Last time that they've shared a ring, and I believe the only time, was when Dijak, teaming with Mikey Webb, took on Kimber Lee and Heidi Lovelace.
And you can sense the frustration here with Dijak. Just face washing her. She tries to fight back. It's, you know, the point is moot right now for Kim.
If I know Kim, if there's a will, there's a way, and there's certainly a will. If there wasn't a will, she wouldn't be using the ropes trying to pull herself back up.
Here comes another one. Just tossing her. Oh!
Where did she find the strength? She looks like she's spent, just barely stirring.
So what that does when you take a suplex into the corner, normally you can land flat and you absorb the blow equally. Your legs hit the ropes first, and it's added leverage onto the mat. You spike yourself. You could crack a rib. You could again pinch a nerve, like I said earlier. It's just an extra effective maneuver.
It's a lot of those uneven landings, right, that do so much more damage. Big knees in the corner from Kim, and she finding her second win. And Donovan Dijak might be looking for that chokeslam backbreaker. Got her hooked by the trunks.
Oh!
Look at this counter by Kimber Lee. We've seen her finish off a number of opponents with a cross arm breaker in the past.
He's in the center of the ring, but he has some long legs.
I don't think that Kimber Lee can get the full extension on an opponent the size of Donovan Dijak. And now just bringing her up. Where's he going to put her down? Wow! Did he tap there? Oh.
Almost. Kim's hips are not low enough into the shoulder. You can see Dijak had pulled himself a bit out of the arm breaker as they switched positions.
I think it's going to be extremely difficult for Kimber Lee to get a submission victory, but it's still not a bad strategy. Donovan Dijak has to lift her up using his arms in order to get her into the feast your eyes, although we've seen him hit it from a number of different positions and scenarios, but she can certainly neutralize that choke breaker that he likes to drive his opponent spine first over his knee. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Dijak's got her hooked. Oh, Kimber Lee sliding out the back door. Looking for that signature release German suplex. Oh!
Satellite DDT!
I think Dijak was picking her up to slam her.
Oh!
She got all the way around, dumped him on his head, and then followed up with that release German suplex. Oh! See, That's why we had to do the Keith Lee Kimberly twin fight last month. They're practically the same wrestler with pop-up power bombs like that.
Holy cow. And dare I say, that was more impressive than Keith throwing around another man.
Just the amount of size that Kimberly's given up to Dijak alone, I have a tendency to agree with you.
When you're a smaller wrestler, you start to learn little strategies like using your opponent's size against them. You want to go with the momentum. It's a premise in judo, and it comes in very handy when you're in the ring with somebody that's got some inches on you, has got some pounds on you.
Kim's looking for that swanton bomb. Donovan Dijak stirring. Maybe instead going to try and connect with a drop kick. No, she took too much time. Is Dijak's arm going to hold out? We might not find out. A series of kicks. Oh! Never saw it coming.
Choke breaker! Oh!
The damnedest one I've ever seen.
Too far away for the pin. No! No! She's shaking her head, no! Here it is again. Nope, nope.
Uh-oh! Look at that. Dijak's got her on the torture rack.
No.
Kimberly had it scouted.
There it is.
Alligator clutch. She got him.
Oh my God!